This video is on fractions on the number line. By the end of this video, you should be able to place fractions on a number line and also read off a blank number line. So let's have a look. Where did fractions go on a number line? Well, here we have a short number line from 0 to 3, and the fractions will go in between the whole numbers. Let's have a look where the halves will go. If I break up each whole number into two equal parts, I will be given the halves. I have 1 half, here I have 2 halves. Here I have 3 halves, here I have 4 halves. Notice how 2 and 4 halves are exactly the same thing. Here I have 5 halves, and here I have 6 halves. Again, note how the whole number is the same as a fraction. Here I have a circle cut into 2 parts. Here I have 2 circles, 2 whole circles, cut into 4 parts. So I have 4 halves, which is represented in 2 circles. They are the same thing. Let's have a look at thirds on the number line. So all I need to do is divide each of my whole numbers up into 3 equal parts, and then write the numbers 1/3, 2/3, and so on the number line. Here is 1/3, here is 2/3, here is 3/3. Now 3/3 is the same as 1 whole. That's because the numerator and the denominator are exactly the same. Here is a triangle that is divided up into 3 equal smaller triangles, each part representing 1/3. Finally, we're going to have a look at a quarter. Same thing, I'm going to take each of my numbers and I'm going to divide them up into 4 equal parts. I'm going to put the quarters on from 0 to 1, and then I'm going to put the other quarters on. Here is a square that is made up of 4 equal sized smaller squares, each one representing 1/4. Now I've done that now because I want to show you something about fractions equaling other fractions. Here I have another number line that is directly underneath it. And you'll notice that 2/4 and 1/2 are exactly the same thing. That's the same as 1 and 2/4 being the same as 1 1/2, and 2 and 2/4 being the same as 2 and 2/2. Sorry, 2 1/2. This means that 1/2 and 2/4 are exactly the same thing. Let's see if we can work out where the fractions are on this number line. You might want to pause it and see if you can't work it out for yourself, but I'm going to go through the answer now. So let's start off with working out how many each of our whole numbers is divided up into. I'm going to work on the square first. So I'm going to count from 0, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each whole number is broken up into 6 equal parts, meaning that the square is represented as 1/6. If I want to work out the circle, what I can do is I can start from the number 1, and I can count how many sixths there are after the number 1. So this is 1, 1 and 1/6, 1 and 2/6, 1 and 3/6, 1 and 4/6, and 1 and 5/6. So I can represent that circle as 1 and 5/6. If I want to know how many sixths there are just by themselves, I can start from 1 and just count all the way up to my circle. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 sixths altogether, meaning that 1 and 5/6 and 11 sixths are exactly the same thing. Let's take a look at our triangle to finish off. I'm going to start at 2 because I'm going to have 2 wholes plus an extra fraction, and then I'm going to count my sixths. So I've got 2, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6. Altogether, I have 2 and 3/6. Now, if I wanted to know how many sixths there are altogether without any whole numbers, I can start at my 11 and count up by 6. So I've got 12, 13, 14, 15 sixths altogether, meaning that 2 and 3/6 and 15 sixths are exactly the same thing. One last equivalent fraction I want to show you is if we look at our number line between 2 and 3 right now, you might notice that that triangle is halfway between the 2 and the 3, meaning that a triangle can also be represented as 2 1/2. This means that our two fractions we've already got, 2 and 3/6 as well as 15 sixths, is exactly the same as 2 1/2. So, what should you write from this video? Absolutely nothing. You're going to have plenty of time to practice drawing number lines and putting fractions on them from your text, so there's no notes to write down for this video. And that's it. Hopefully now you know how to put fractions on a number line, as well as my pronunciation of sixths over and over and over again. Good luck.